Festival. Welcome to the Good News Show.
How are you all?
My name is Peter Posner. I'm from England.
And my name is Irina. I'm from Ukraine.
And we're here with you every night to bring you news from around the world, news from around the world of the YMCA, news from the festival, and your news. And this is where I need your help. Does anybody know what Twitter means? Twitter, #YEFestival. Send us your tweets to tell us know what's happening to you, what day you've had.
And send the SMS. You will see the numbers on the screens in there. And every day we will pick several tweets, the most interesting ones, and just read them and make you wave the author of the tweet and SMS.
So if you want to send us an SMS, it's +42 0777 97 6235. And you may be lucky we'll read your message out on the screen. So it's good to be here. Thank you for having us. So let's get on with the news show.
Yep. I want to welcome on stage two people who are very important for this festival. Ian, who is the festival manager, and Maria, who is the member of the steering group. So Ian, I know you have worked lots of hours. How was it for you to open the gates yesterday?
I think it can be summed up in one word. Wow. Having worked for 3 years, almost, and planned this to see all of you come in the gate with smiling faces was really exciting, exhilarating, and in some cases, overwhelming. So it was very good.
Good. And I have a question to you, Maria. You are the youngest member of the steering group. How was it for you to be on the tower when Ian was opening the gates?
That was the most amazing moment, really. I could see everyone spreading around the festival site, and I don't think I've ever been so excited, nervous, and happy at the same time. That was a really cool view from up there.
Okay, thank you. Well, watch the video. Now, Ian, I have a question to you. What are the biggest issues of the evacuation and the destruction?
I think the biggest, one of the big challenges in such a situation as last night is that the site is so large. Obviously that requires good communication between several persons and teams in different locations. One of the other big challenges last night was that the storm came much faster and much harder than was predicted, even though we had been following weather reports all day. And then the other issue as it relates to evacuation is that it was not just this site that we had to think about. We had to think about what might have been happening in the park and also how transport services may have been affected. They were probably the three biggest challenges.
Maria, like shortly after the opening, the dream was blown away by the storm. Can you tell us what that did to you?
Well, to be honest, there was no moment that I thought, now it's over, or this wind is going to diminish the whole festival. I found myself a safe space back in the service in the service area in the back in a container. So, and I could hear through the radio that everyone took up their responsibilities really quickly, and not only the steering group, but also everyone else who was on site to get to a safe place, to the dining hall. So, and even after that, when everyone was safe and even already leaving the place, so fast people were helping to closing the tents and to get all the dangerous fences or things that could still blow away, because we were expecting another storm that didn't come, fortunately. But the help was great, and so even in the evening already we could do a lot, and therefore there was no moment that I thought, now the festival is blown away by this. No, not at all.
Good. Now, Ian, tell me why the festival site was closed for people who were ready to help.
Very good question. First, I think it's important for me to say a big thank you to everybody for all the offers of help that were given to me or to other leadership, and also again for the very good listening to instructions yesterday in the dining hall. Thank you. But the reason the site was closed was because of safety. We have a lot of structures on site. We have a lot of electricity on site. All of that had to be checked by a small team at first to make sure that it was safe to allow others on site. We then had to rebuild tents. We had to move tents. We had a lot of rubbish to pick up, and purely from a safety perspective, we had to limit access to the site until 5 o'clock. So really, safety was the reason.
Okay, thank you. Maria, what are you going to do with all of this?
Well, above all, it learned me that YMCA really is a big family, and that even if something unfortunate like this happens, that we collaborate, that we help each other, and that we all find each other in a safe space, and that we continue afterwards. So, of course, we all experience this together, but for the next days, we're just going to have an amazing festival and carry this experience with us. There might be some bad weather on the way during the week, but now we know even better what to do more. So that's what it learned us all, I hope. And really a massive thank you to all of you who stayed calm, helped each other, and therefore made it a good way out for the first festival day for us.
Thank you. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Maria. Keep it up.
And I'd like to say on behalf of the festival to the organizers, thank you such a lot for all the hard work you've done, especially in the last 24 hours. So thank you. So time for a couple of quick tweets from Joachim. His name is official_. Joachim, are you here? Greetings from lovely Prague. And Joshua Hustwick. nearly had to sleep here last night due to the tropical storm that hit the festival site. Yeah, some people nearly did have to sleep, but they moved. That was lucky. Okay, it's now time for the news headlines. The world still continues to turn out there, so let's bring the news headlines to you. The first, a robot astronaut, Kirobo, launched towards the International Space Station. Japan has launched the first talking robot into space to serve as a companion to astronaut Koichi Wakata, who will begin his mission in November. The US is to extend some embassy closures over security concerns. The United States says it will keep a number of embassies in North Africa and the Middle East closed until Saturday due to a possible militant threat. 21 US embassies and consulates closed on Sunday. Now, a man has lived in a hospital for 45 years. Paulo Henrique Machado has lived almost his entire life in hospital. As a baby, he suffered infantile paralysis brought on by polio, and he is still hooked up to an artificial respirator 24 hours a day. The first laboratory-grown burger has been eaten in London. The world's first laboratory-grown burger was cooked and eaten at a news conference in London on Monday. Scientists took cells from a cow and at an institute in the Netherlands turned them into strips of muscle, which they combined to make a patty. A German boy finds a mummy in his grandmother's attic. A 10-year-old German boy has found what looks like a mummy hidden in the corner of his grandmother's attic. The mummy was inside a sarcophagus, complete with hieroglyphic adornments, packed inside a wooden crate. Syria is firing missiles into civilian area, a rights group has said. The Syrian government has fired highly destructive ballistic missiles into populated civilian areas, killing many, including children, a human rights group reported today. West Germany sponsored doping in sports, a study says. German officials have demanded publication of a partially leaked study which alleges that West Germany engaged in systematic doping of athletes. The Eurozone business expands for the first time in 18 months. The Eurozone business expanded for the first time in July, albeit very slightly, according to a survey on Monday that suggested the economy is starting to stabilize. Andy Murray hungry for more Grand Slams, not top ranking. He comes from Scotland. Tennis champion Andy Murray underlined his hunger for more Grand Slam silverware on Sunday when he said he would pass up the chance to be the world number one if it meant he could taste more major success. And finally, Manchester United rejects a second bid from Chelsea for Rooney. Manchester United have rejected a second offer from rivals Chelsea for the unsettled forward Wayne Rooney, the Premier League champion said on Monday. Those were the news headlines. Thank you.
And now it's time for the special guests. Please welcome YMCA Resource Group on the Environment, Marcus Gustafsson. Hi, Marcus. How are you?
Hello. Very good, thank you.
Well, sit down and tell us, what is RGE about?
The RGE is a global team of YMCA members from all over the world working together towards the environment. And we create environmental campaigns, and we also represent the YMCA at the United Nations.
Okay, and I know that you brought us a video, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
She said I should come over, though the music's not my type. Don't you know I chop a limb off just to have a good time? Shut up and move with me, or get out of my face. I didn't queue for an hour to leave straight away. Shut up and stay with me, or let go of my hand. The lasers fill our minds with empty plans. I never knew I was a techno fan. This is not a weird weekend. It's an angry wormhole. I'm talking like a city boy and drinking with a northern soul. She said I should come over, though there's carnage at times. It still seems I chop a limb off before I put up a fight.
So, Marcus, tell me, why did you make that video?
Yes, we as a group, we believe as YMCA is the world's largest youth organization, we have a responsibility to act on environmental issues because they are global issues. And we believe that with regards to recycling, for example, if all the YMCAs all over the world started recycling, that would be huge and we can take action as a movement.
So, why are you here at the festival?
So here we're trying to spread awareness about the environment, but we're also hosting a workshop. We also have a booth for the whole week. So if you want to become part of our group, if you're passionate about the environment, or you just want the environment to take action, please come see us at our booth and talk more to us.
Fantastic. So there you are. If you want to get involved with environment, go and see Marcus. Marcus, thank you such a lot. Brilliant. Okay, well, how can we make our own good news? Just have a look at these pictures. I'd like to welcome onto the stage Tora and Håvard. Please, a big welcome. Hi.
Hello, everybody. It's so nice to see you all. I'm Håvard, and this is Tora, and we're here to start a huge campaign together with you guys. We want to stop poverty. Isn't that great news? Oh, come on, isn't that great news? We believe that if youth all over the world gather and stand up against poverty, we can really make a difference. This week, you will see many people going around in this t-shirt, these Stop Poverty t-shirts. Come and talk to us. Please come and talk and join our workshops. You will find us in the Stop Poverty Expo tent.
And on Wednesday, there will be a big event here at the festival. We are going to have a big show with singing and dancing, all to focusing on how we can stop poverty. The event is called Love to Change, Stop Poverty. And it will find place here at the Tower Stage at 8:30 in the evening. We want to stop poverty, and we want to do it with all of you.
In the intro, there was a video about a lot of guys holding a big zero, and we want you guys to do the same. Find something that looks like a zero.
Håvard, we'll take a picture of you and all of the audience doing
Me?
a big O, okay?
Okay, so if I just like stand
Yeah, okay, everybody, make a big O. Woo! Okay, nice, great photo.
Okay, cool. Okay, find something that looks like a zero, just like we did now, and then upload it on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram with the hashtag #ZeroPoor and also the hashtag #StopPoverty.
Everybody, together we can stop poverty.
Can I get? Thank you. And now we have the statements of the day.
Hi, my name is Marika and I want to know what you are looking forward to on this festival. I've got one question for you. What are you looking forward to on the festival?
Oh, big question. I'm looking for good people and good speeches and to know some more about YMCA and about Jesus.
I'm looking forward for this good week. This is my first festival here in Prague, but I'm looking very much forward to it, and I'm excited about what's going to happen in the park and also on the scene.
What are you looking forward to on the festival?
I'm a singer and I will perform tomorrow night on the Tower stage. So I'm a singer and I'm looking around for other people and I want to meet new friends. So that's my part of this festival.
I think lots of smiling faces, lots of people saying, wow, look at this, we haven't seen this before, especially the tower, outdoor tech, but also just the atmosphere on the site with 5,000 participants from approximately 50 countries. That's what I'm looking forward to this week. Good weather, but I'm also hoping that people drink water, use sunscreen, and wear a hat.
Opening ceremonies, we're actually performing, so we're pretty excited, kind of nervous. Yeah. Cool. And you?
Just to see how YMCA's from other countries operate, and I guess just the different cultures in general.
What's going to be your highlight on the festival?
Meeting people from different countries, probably.
My highlight will be to meet all these wonderful people here.
Probably like a talent show, watching that. It's going to be really good, probably.
The volunteering and I don't know, spending some time with people, getting to know each other. That's it.
Meeting wonderful people, new personalities, generally meeting just new experiences.
Thank you. You will have that every day, so look for the Good News Show team running around and asking you questions. Now is the time for another special guest. I want to introduce you Roland from Germany, who will spread the good news of faith today and every day. Please welcome Roland. Hi.
Wonderful to be here. Det er så underbart at være her. Bienvenue à vous tous de la France et de la Suisse. Bienvenidos a todos de España y México. ولو في عرب كمان مرحب بكم. And any other languages. Und natürlich auch allen Deutschen. Ich freue mich sehr, heute hier bei euch sein zu können. Yo soy muy feliz de estar con vosotros. Yo me llamo Roland. My name is Roland, and I'm here to give you good news of faith for 5 minutes every evening. By the way, did you have your bottle? Do you have a bottle? It's very important to drink. I bring my bottle with me all the time, and I drink every 2 or 3 minutes. So give me just 1 second to drink. Well, I speak about water tonight. Water plays an important role. Not as much water as we had yesterday when it was all coming down, but it's very important for a celebration because you want to eat, you want to drink, you want to dance, you want to be happy, and of course you want to drink water. But not only water. If it's a real celebration, what do you want to drink? Wine, that was the right answer. And there is a story in the Bible where water was turned into wine. Jesus was a guest at this place. It was Cana. I was there once, a little village in the mountains of Galilee. And Jesus was invited. Maybe he was a relative of the couple that was getting married. And a wedding celebration has lots of food, has lots of dance, has lots of presents, and has lots of wine. We as the German YMCA have partnerships with many different YMCAs around the world. One of them is in India, and so I was in India in the beginning of this year, and I know there are some from India and one person from Bangladesh and several people from Pakistan here. So when you meet them, be nice to them. And we also have some Chinese visitors, which is wonderful to have you from China with us. When I was in India, I was at this wedding. 2,500 guests. It took about 3.5 hours to congratulate the bride and the bridegroom. We first went outside to eat, and then we came and congratulated, which is what most people did. It was amazing. It was wonderful. There was lots of food, and just imagine there is not enough food. Just imagine you have a wedding and there is not enough wine. That's what happened in Cana. They didn't have enough wine. It was just the first or second day. A wedding is supposed to take 5 days, 6 days, like the YMCA Europe Festival. So Mary, by the way, Mary is the mother of Jesus. She comes to Jesus and says, hey, they have no more wine. And Jesus says, well, my hour hasn't come. But then he gives an interesting command to the servants. He says, pour water into those stone vessels. And they come and they pour water and pour water and pour water. By the way, water is very important. Don't forget to drink your water, okay? So they're pouring all of this water. And then he says, take some of it, scoop it up and bring it to the wedding manager, the organizer of the wedding, the boss of the party. And he takes it and he says, they say, well, this is water, but Jesus said we should bring it to you. So he drinks and he says, this is no water. This is wine. This is very good wine. This is the best wine that I've ever drunk. And he goes and runs to the bridegroom and says, why have you kept the best wine till the end? You know, the best wine is in Spain. I have to say this because Juan Simoes is from Spain. Or it is maybe from Ukraine because you're from... Do you have good wine? Yep. Do you have good wine in England?
Excellent wine.
A little bit, yes, you have good wine. Anyway, there's wine. And then Jesus has changed this water into wine, and it's excellent wine. Now, this is my hope for us during these days, that as we celebrate together, as we have fun and as we discuss and as we meet one another and as there's music and there's causes and there's all these different things, suddenly we realize that Jesus is there and he changes the water into wine. And maybe some of us have come and there's problems and suddenly we realize something is changing. There is new hope. There is new faith. There is a new expectation. This is the miracle that I expect during these days. So thank you for listening. And let us remember that Jesus can change the water of our lives into wine, and he wants to use us. He wants to use us personally, and he wants to use us as the YMCA movement, because this world needs hope, it needs more faith, and it needs more love. So here's a little bit of water for you. Okay. God bless you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Roland.
Thank you, Roland. Well, it's almost time to close the Good News Show, but we've got time for one last tweet. And this comes from Vanessa W., who I think may be from Canada.
Good job.
And Vanessa says, the storm has passed, time to get started. So she's right with that. Thank you very much for your attention. We look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. Our special guest tomorrow evening is a change agent. Thank you again, and good night.
I want to introduce you another special guest. It's the General Secretary of the World Alliance of the YMCAs, Johan Wilhelm Eltvik.
Thank you. Hello. I bring greetings from YMCAs all over the world. We are 5,000 people here, but there are 58 million YMCA people out there in 12,000 local YMCAs in 120 countries. We are part of a very big movement. World Alliance, we are the umbrella for all YMCAs in the world.